Good afternoon from the homesteading grandparents. Today the grands are visiting with some family, and I have asked Nan if I could get back in her kitchen. I've received permission to do so. So today we're going to make some banana nut bread. But before we do, we would ask that if you like this video, that you would hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, we'd ask that you subscribe. That would really help us out. So let's get started. Real simple, real easy recipe. I love making banana nut bread. Something that you can do in a short amount of time. And our grands love banana nut bread. So while they're gone, that's what we're doing. When they get home, they'll have a surprise for them. So we're going to start with about 3 1/4 cups of flour. There is 2 1/2, 2 3/4 cups of sugar. And then we'll put in some honey from our beehives here. We have beehives here on the homestead. And then we've got some water that we'll add if we need it. A little bit of vegetable oil, 4 eggs, 3 bananas. Now we took these out of the freezer and thawed them out. You can bring them to room temperature, either just let them set out or you can put them in the microwave and defrost them. Then we have 1 cup of pecans, and here in the South that's Pawcans, not Peecans, pawcans. Got that? Pawcans. And here in this bowl we have 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, and I believe that was 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt is what we have in here. And today we're just going to hand mix. We're going to take our flour and we'll just add it in here to our bowl. Put our dry ingredients in there first, and then get our sugar. We'll go ahead and add our, as one of our grands says, our nanners. We'll get our bananas. Bamas, that's what little man calls them, bamas. We'll get some bamas in here. And we'll go ahead and put the cinnamon, the pawcans. Oh, and I forgot to mention the all infamous vanilla. I love using vanilla. And so we'll put us in about 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, something like that. And we'll put our oil next. Eggs from the chickens here on the homestead. We've got 11 chickens, and they've been producing real well. Now I'm going to save that water for last, just in case we have to have some additional liquid. Like I say, this is really, really simple. Just stir, mix. And I've already got my oven preheating to about 340. It's preheated, so as soon as we get this mixed up, oh yeah, looking good already. Looking good. You can use a mixer, electric mixer, if you wish. It's just real easy, less for me to have to clean up. Remember, everything I got out, I got to clean it up. That's part of the agreement. She lets me in here. I got to clean my mess up. And I don't mind. All part of the fun.
Truth be known, Nan is behind the camera, and I'll be helping clean the kitchen. Don't let him fool you.
That woman has always had to tell everything she knows. All right, a little bit of honey. That was probably I don't know, maybe 1/8 cup, something like that. Get a little bit more liquid in there. Oh yeah, looking good. You can see about kind of how thick that is. I'll add just a little bit of water, thin it out a little bit, but see how much more fun this is doing it by hand than getting an electric mixer or something like that. That takes all the fun out of it. Work harder, not smarter. At least that's what my brother accuses me of all the time. And he's probably right. Yeah, just a little bit of water.
I agree with that statement. Y'all have no clue.
Enough from the peanut gallery over there. That right there is my best friend in life.
Your brother?
You.
Oh. Yes.
She is awesome. All right, I think I've got that where I like it. And maybe some of her family on the other side, the line over there say, they're just about right. A little tick. All right, so my pans here. Got some good heavy duty bread pans, and I'm going to use 2. We'll fill them up 3/4 full or so on each one of them. And if you like your bread a little bit thinner, just use more pans and put less batter in there. We like ours. What this recipe here will yield out of 2 pans, and that's what we like. See, I keep doing that because that gets on Nan's nerves. Then sometimes she'll want to just clean that off, you know. I save her a little bit because she likes to clean it off.
I prefer the raw batter over the bread itself.
All right. Here we go. See how quick and easy this is? Man, you'll put some smiles on some people's face. Ajax can't wipe that grin off. Oh, yeah, you better go in that pan. You know what's good for both of us. No, ma'am, I'm good. And I'm okay here, too. All right. That looks pretty clean and pretty level right there. Done. D-U-N with this part. All right, so just kind of pop it around a little bit, get the air bubbles out, and then what we'll do is we'll put this in the oven, and it generally takes about an hour and 10 minutes, 340 degrees. I believe is what we bake at on this recipe. And it should be good to eat after that. But before we do that, I want to give a little shout out to a good buddy of mine, Lawless Blade Works here in our area. If you need any knife sharpened, any garden tool, lawnmower blades, any tool that uses an edge, that's your guy. He does an awesome job. He just finished sharpening my garden hoe for me. Awesome job. You don't live in the area, you can mail your blades to him, your knives, kitchen knives and such. You can mail those to him, and he has a real good quick turnaround. He's very affordable, and he does an excellent job. Very, very meticulous in his craft. So I just would encourage you, if you need a good knife sharpener, Lawless Blade Works, look him up. They have a Facebook page, they have a web page. Look them up and get you some sharp knives to work with. It pays to have that. All right, so we're going to put these in the oven, and we'll come back when they're finished, and we'll show you what the finished product looks like.